A very good morning and welcome to the vlog, where today we're going to Parque Warner, which is our second park we're going to be visiting on our trip here to Madrid. Now yesterday I was at Park Attractions. We had an absolutely fantastic day, boom 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 boom, which was great. We had a brilliant time, so make sure you check out the vlog from that trip. Today we're on the way to Parque Warner. I'm looking forward to seeing this park. A couple of B&M coasters there, lots of brand new credits to get as well. Of course I'm still joined by the one, the only Mr. Adidas himself, Dean Johnson, and we're on the train to Pinto. So if you want to get to this park, you want to get on the purple coloured line which runs straight through the centre of Madrid, and then we jumped on it at Sol, which is where we jumped on at the start of yesterday's vlog, but instead of jumping on the metro we've actually jumped on the Renfe trains. It's actually cost us just €2.60 to make this trip. That's a single trip each way, and then we're going to Pinto. When we get to Pinto we're going to get off and we're going to try and find the local bus station where there will be a bus what takes us directly to the park entrance. It might be a bus station, could be just a bus stop out the front. We're not too sure at the moment, but that's all part of the fun of finding these theme parks. So it's going to be a good day. You're looking forward to Warner?
Yeah.
Some big coasters to get on, some big rides.
And the good rapids.
The good rapids, some 3 water rides. I was having a little look last night. 3 Intamin water rides. Wooden coaster, a couple of B&M coasters, you know, and over Coma, giant inverted boomerang. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. It's going to be a good day. So I'll see you when we get to Pinto, and then we'll sort of show you where we're going from there to get to the park. It's going to be good. Looking forward to it. So we managed to get on the bus. Literally, as soon as you come out of the train station, Pinto train station, which is just there, we're going to walk straight across the car park, straight over that zebra crossing just there to this bus station just here, where you can catch bus 413. Remember, this was filmed in May 2016, so how to get here might have changed if you're watching this in the future, but when we did it was nice and easy. Straight out of the station, straight across to this station just here, and then you just pay on the bus, where you can pay with cash just on there. Nice and easy to do. And at present time of filming it was only €2. We're not sure if that's a single or a return, but we'll find out on the way back, I'm sure. So we'll go on the bus journey. I'll show you some shots on the way up, and then we'll arrive at Parque Warner. Looking forward to it. So we've just arrived at the park's entrance plaza, and first impressions are that this looks like a really impressive park. The way they've got the fountains, the layout, the overall feel of the plaza is great. You got some really good audio which is pumping out. The fountains just here, really nice. But it does look like it's going to be quite busy considering it's a weekday. Seems to be quite a lot of school trips here. What are your first impressions then, Dean?
Very good. Very nice.
It looks good. It was nice driving in and seeing the coasters.
Yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to? What ride would you say? Rapids
and
Superman, which is the B&M floorless roller coaster. We've also got a B&M inverted roller coaster here as well, along with a wooden roller coaster, and that just over there, which is a Vekoma giant inverted boomerang. I've heard a lot about that. There's one over in the US. I've heard a lot about it, and I've always wanted to try one. So it's going to be a really good day. It's going to be really hot. The one thing we've noticed already about this park is there's absolutely hardly any shade around. There's not really many trees and things. It's very, very open park. So it's going to be a really hot day today. So we've got 3 water rides, all manufactured by Intamin, that we're going to get to experience today. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really good. It might be busy, but we're going to get around as fast as we can, get around on the rides and give you some reviews about what we think. So it's going to be really, really good. Myself, I'm looking forward to the 4 main coasters, but of course for me it's probably going to be the B&M floorless as well. So let's get inside. We've got a little bit, about 20 minutes till the park opens, and then we'll get inside and heads up to the B&Ms, I assume. Yeah. That's where we're going first. Straight to the Beamers.
9 out of 10 for that fountain.
That, I must admit, is an impressive fountain. Look at that. Right, let's get inside and we'll head up to our first rides. First impression so far of Parque Warner, very, very good. Very nice presentation. 11:30, we're inside. Look at this entrance area, look at this, brilliant.
Quick.
I don't think anyone's coming. There must be at least 1,000 people on that plaza now though.
Quite busy.
It is quite busy, a lot busier than Park Attractions yesterday. Look at that, it looks just like the Great Movie Ride over in Hollywood Studios. Of course, that's sort of representing the Chinese theatre in Hollywood. It's nice having your shot towers down the bottom just there. So a nice sort of staple point, a bit like yesterday the Starflyer was down the bottom.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Bearing left, aren't we?
Yeah, let's go for it. Very nice park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Picturesque.
First impressions is it reminds me of Hollywood Studios. Look at this, look at all the detail going on. It's like you're actually on a film set, which is great to see. And there we go, straight down to our first ride. Not seeing anything testing this morning apart from the giant inverted boomerang, so hopefully we haven't got any staggered openings. This crane just here isn't construction going on. This is all part of the set for the big stunt show which happens just on there, so I'll have to have a little look later on. Evening. Look at this, it is very much like Hollywood Studios, all the vehicles, all the little touches. I just noticed as well, there's even a little parking meter at the side of the road to simulate. And also here, they've obviously designed this that you look straight down and you see the lift hill, you know, for Superman straight ahead. Very well thought about, and I wasn't quite expecting the theming to be quite this good, to be honest.
Yeah, lift hill.
There we go, we can hear something. That sounds like a B&M lift hill to me. 2 B&Ms, like I say, to get here. Look at that, that looks like some sort of haunted attraction going on. I'm blown away, to be honest, by the theming already. I love buildings, I love atmosphere. And here we go. First ride, Superman. B&M floorless coaster. That opened in 2002. Let's go and give it a go. Dean's in heaven with all them clocks.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Working now.
Standard B&M test seat. Just come off Superman, the B&M Flawless, and that was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I'd probably say that's my favourite Flawless coaster that I've done. I really enjoyed it, and it was so floaty. What you don't normally get on the Flawless coasters is loads of airtime. On that, we had some really floaty airtime. We were on the front row, as you saw, and it was a brilliant coaster. The inversions were quite intense as well, and it was also a really smooth B&M. Obviously, it opened in 2002, so it's not quite as old as the likes of some of the other Flawless coasters, but it was great. Obviously, Dragon Khan at Port Ventura, which is a B&M sit-down coaster, you know, is a lot rougher than that. And obviously, that opened in '95, and obviously that is a sit-down coaster, not a Flawless. but that I really enjoyed it. Definitely 9 out of 10 for me, a really good coaster. The only thing what could improve that for me is if they added some theming underneath it. It was just quite barren wasteland. It'd be nice if they had some rock work and things underneath, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, 9 out of 10, brilliant coaster, really floaty. Couple of trim brakes on there, which I didn't realise it had, but they don't really kick in too much. You can feel it, but it's not like Silver Star where they proper kick in quite a bit. So there we go.
Well, why don't you?
What did you think, Dean?
Yeah, very good. Apart from the person next to me digging in my arm. So
that's not really the ride's fault, though, in terms of a coaster and
no, I didn't say
the inversions.
I enjoyed it, apart from that. But no, really good.
Yeah.
I'd say 9 out of 10.
What was your favourite element, would you say, of that?
I'd have to ride it to this again.
I'd say the first drop into the first loop.
I still think I like Kraken better.
Yeah.
I like me Kraken.
I like Kraken.
Yeah.
What I liked about that, though, is how smooth it was. It was really, really smooth and still feels really new, which is great. This, however, looks like the theming is absolutely stunning. It's Batman La Fuga, again opened in 2002, and this is an invert coaster. You know, when Dean's in a rush, he's excited. But no, it was really good. Nice B&M that was. Quite a bit of shade actually around the park. I'm quite surprised how, you know, maybe some of the pictures that I've seen are from when the park was opened, you know, back in 2002, and obviously the park hadn't grown much in terms of the trees, but there's quite a few shaded areas now, which is good.
Line for Superman's a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go in a building first, but then you have to go outside to get into another building.
Like we ended up in a bit of a cattle pen, didn't we?
Yeah.
5-minute queue time.
Oh, we've got queues on board in a queue.
This is nice. Oh, look at this. Ha ha ha. Here we go. Let's go and give it a go.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's going to blow up.
Some sort of theming element.
Going to blow up.
Ooh. Looking forward to this. Batman La Fuga, another B&M coaster. Getting through these B&Ms in Europe now. Not many left for me to get on.
Too wide.
For Spanish queue jumping, it's, you know, there is quite a lot of queue jumping.
Too wide.
Yes. There we go, easy test seat again. I was really surprised by that. I'm surprised with this park so far. I wasn't expecting the theming around the areas to be quite as good as it is, so let's go and give this a go. Looking forward to this. I love a good invert, so you never know, it could be a Montu, or it could be an Nemesis Inferno. We'll soon find out. was really impressed there with Batman. A really good inverted coaster. Not the best inverted coaster I've been on. I still prefer the likes of Montu and our very own Nemesis at Alton Towers. But it was a really good coaster and definitely one of the better B&Ms that I've ever experienced. Some of the more modern B&Ms these days seems to be quite forceless, especially the likes of Osiris at Park Asterix, which is a great invert, but it doesn't quite have the same force. On that though, it wasn't really the inversions that blew me away. You had a couple of loops, a couple of corkscrews. What really did that for me was the first drop, which was stunning, and also a bit of a video bomb going on there, which is stunning, and also the helix towards the end of the ride, just before the corkscrews, was absolutely fantastic. Good 8 out of 10 from me on that one. Really enjoyed it, and what you could see from around the ride was nice as well. It wasn't just sort of barren wasteland. It was good. Dean, what do you think?
Very good. Nothing spectacular from me, but it was nice. It was a nice coaster.
Superman was the better of the two.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one better. Why they all went in that way. Yeah, very good. Because there's a good few sharp bits. So,
the helix was good, wasn't it?
Do it on the back again.
It's hard to review something fully from doing it first time, you know. So it was good. It was.
Look at that. Look at that Valhalla coming down.
Oh, look at that. That looks like a really good water ride. I think that we could be in for a treat, but we're next doing a wooden coaster manufactured by someone a little bit different. This one, the Roller Coaster Corporation of America manufactured this. Makes a change from saying GCI or custom coasters. 5-minute wait is Coaster Express. Again, this opened in 2002 along with the rest of the park. Where are we going? This way. That's the exit that way, isn't it? These queue lines are very wide. That's something I've noticed. They're not very well sort of signposted. They're quite wide. Apart from that though, I'm impressed with the theming.
Just come in about groups of 4.
And you stand across.
Stand across.
This, you can tell it's the Roller Coaster Corporation of America. Let's go and give it a go. Wooden coaster at the park. Here we go. Coaster Express. Nice left heel straight through the track. Got some nice views going on. There's absolutely nothing around this park, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. And here we go, Coaster Express. Quite good so far, not as rough as expected. Not quite as rough as expected. It's still not a smooth woodie by all means, but it's not quite as rough as what I was expecting. Magnus Colossus at Terra Mythica is a lot rougher than that. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'll give you a full review when we come off. Wasn't too bad at all. Express then, I sort of gave you some of my thoughts just on the brake run. I enjoyed it, it was a good ride, but it wasn't one of the strongest roller coasters I've been on. In terms of a layout, it wasn't anything great in particular. But yeah, it was a good ride, it wasn't a great ride, it wasn't an amazing ride. Dean, what did you think?
Yeah, I'm just happy it wasn't really rough.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be worse.
I hate woodies with a passion.
You're not a fan,
I don't know whether anybody knows this, but yeah, I hate them.
He doesn't like wood.
No,
there you go.
I don't. I'm not a fan.
Lee's not that bad though, is he?
Hey?
Lee's not that bad.
Oh no.
He likes one bit of wood, and that's just Lee.
Wood, but yeah, no,
everybody loves Lee.
Certain ones, Vodan, I can just about stand, but then towards the end it gets a bit faster, and I'm not keen. I prefer me steel.
I prefer steel, but in terms of woodie, it wasn't great. Out of 10 for me, it's going to come in with a very poor score of just 4. Not much air time, the layout wasn't great, and there wasn't really any forces either. Harsh, I've ridden some great coasters over the years, Dean, but what I am looking forward to is Rio Bravo, or as Dean likes to call it.
Valhalla.
So there you go.
Madrid style, Madrid version.
Manufactured by Intamin, like the other 2 water rides are here as well. We've got the Shoot the Shoot and also Rapids. We're in a school trip now. But no, I wasn't a big fan. That's probably the weakest coaster I've done, definitely of this trip. Probably the weakest coaster I've done of the season so far, Coaster Express. I was not a massive fan. You needed some bigger drops. Where were the drops? It was like a bit of a monorail. That is like the big ones, wooden cousin, that is. It's a monorail. You get some great views of all the hills and the park, but in terms of an actual coaster,
Didn't really do anything.
no, it didn't do much. There was no force. I wasn't being pushed into my restraint with airtime. There were even a couple of airtime hills what didn't even have any airtime. Wasn't a big fan, but this I'm looking forward to. So let's get on Valhalla. Sorry, Rio Bravo, and we'll give it our review. You never know, might even have some fire.
I doubt it.
Nice theming though, probably better theming. Look at this. Station looks great. So we can give it a go. In terms of theming, I'm really impressed. It feels very much like Hollywood Studios and very much like Ventura, sort of twinned into one. Welcome to Valhalla.
Please keep seated with hands and feet inside the boat.
We're not at Pleasure Beach.
We are.
We're not. We're on Rio Bravo at Parque Warner. But look at the boats. Look at it. It looks literally just like Valhalla. It's even got the same sort of bar in front, the same style seating.
The north.
Be with you. Dum da dum da dum.
Enter Valhalla.
Look at this. Theming's great. Look at the drop.
Look at that.
Huge drop going on. Look at all the rock work. It looks great. There's the dogs. Me and Dean were just saying, really, we're not expecting loads in terms of effects in here, but in terms of it actually being a water ride, I think it's going to be a really good one. I mean, the theming's really good so far. The only thing it's really lacked so far, really, is audio. It'd be nice maybe to have a bit of audio around the lift hills, but we'll see what happens inside. We're about to find out. Never seen an on-ride video of this before. Don't know what to expect. Here we go, Rio Bravo.
Enter Valhalla.
Straight into a spinning turntable by the looks of it. We're off down a backwards drop, are we? It looks like it. We're on the back row as well. Quite a big one, isn't it? Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God, that was absolutely... I mean, we spun round at the top as you saw. We went down the backwards drop. And then there was a massive airtime hill. Not even joking, that was a massive airtime hill.
We lifted our seats.
That needs lap bars. But Valhalla doesn't have one of those, does it? I don't think me or Dean were expecting that. No. Literally came down the drop, no sort of water, straight into an airtime hill. Absolutely crazy that was.
Not that wet.
Not that wet, but wow.
I'm more concerned about my safety.
It was impressive that though, wasn't it? It was that just took us by surprise.
I don't think he'll do that on the front.
Wow. So we've got some nice TPs going on. That was Dean got a bit scared then on that one. Well, I think we both did.
Yeah.
I literally went flying. My bum was up in the air. My bum was nearly on this.
Supposed to work. That's
supposed to drop.
Little magnet, yeah.
Some nice theming going on though.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Far West again at Ventura. I can imagine this is a good part to do in the evening. Imagine this at night round here, it'd be quite atmospheric. It just lacks audio, that's a shame. It's lacking, you know, just having a bit of music. I was not expecting that at all. I assume it's time for the main drop, is it? Up another lift hill.
Don't mind if you're going to put one of them in, but make sure that we're not going to leave the seat. I know Valhalla does that a little bit.
On the drops it does, but yeah, not, that was literally leaving the seat.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Go on to another reverse turntable. There we go, ready for the forwards drop. Oh, look at that for a view. Big drop, this one coming up, massive drop. Wow. Not too bad. You probably get a little bit wetter on this at the back than you do on Valhalla.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, that was something quite spectacular. that backwards drop with the air time, oh my god, you know, absolutely
Borderline.
crazy. Safety wise there, that was a bit of an issue, but we'll get off and we'll talk a little bit more about what we thought of that one. I'm still quite shocked, to be fair, that even happened. Absolutely crazy. I'm still in shock after that. It was absolutely crazy. That's taking airtime to the next level. That's the most airtime I've ever had on a ride anywhere in the world. You know, mainly because you're not restrained in at all. It was literally, I mean, what do you think to it in terms of a ride? You know, it was
very good. You know, there was a few effects going up the second lift hill.
Yeah.
But nothing major, but it's just mainly scenery.
I've just said this to Dean actually off camera. It makes you appreciate what we get with Valhalla in terms of effects, the fire, you know, everything else going on.
Compared to Valhalla.
It's not, no. It's just a very similar, obviously the same sort of ride system, but in terms of theming, obviously it's very different.
Tables are different.
Yeah. It's very.
Valhalla's pushed the boat out.
I think that was a more comfortable ride, apart from the backwards drop. It seems to make it around the trough and things a lot better. Whereas Valhalla seems to struggle sometimes, you know, on some of the corners and that, and it's always banging about. That was a little bit better, but out of 10, I'm going to give that 10, mainly because it was absolutely insane, and it took me really by surprise that obviously all you guys aren't going to get that same reaction to what I've just had, because if you're watching this now, you're going to come here and you're going to know that's going to happen. But for us not knowing, having no clue, all we did was turn around a little bit to sort of see that it wasn't straight down into a trough. That was out of this world. I can't wait to do that again later on and see what it's like.
We'll be prepared this time.
Well, hold on, because that proper lifted me up a good foot off the seat, that did.
And that's what I was scared about.
Absolutely crazy. This is nice theming though. Look at all this, all the buildings and stuff. We've got one major coaster to do left. That's the Vekoma giant inverted boomerang. We've got another water ride up this way as well, haven't we? A shoot the shoot style ride from Intamin. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Hiya. Hola. 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 So, yeah, this is very much like Portaventura around here. It's very nice theming. So we're going to go and do the other water ride, are we?
I believe so, yeah.
Let's go and check that out and then slowly make our way back round towards the last major coaster to do. But there seems like a lot more here than just the major rides. There's quite a few flat rides. I've seen a break dance, I've seen a top spin, we've seen some sort of haunted dart ride, walk through attraction, so that should be good. There's a lot to see. It's definitely already, we might have only been in here just over an hour, but it's definitely a 2-day park. There's a lot to see. Let's go and have a look. Next up, it's time to try Stunt Fall, which is the park's Vekoma giant inverted boomerang. Look at this. And when they say giant, these things are absolutely huge. Now, I hope this isn't rough like a suspended looping coaster from Vekoma. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than that. But again, this is another major coaster that opened here at the park in 2002. Look at the size of it. Look at that loop. But I'm looking forward to trying it. I don't think it's going to be anything spectacular, to be honest. Not a big fan of these Vekoma suspended, so I don't think this will be anything that good. But you never know. Could offer some good forces. So let's go and give it a try. Giant inverted boomerang. Oh, now that was actually quite good. I really enjoyed how intense that was. The inversion's absolutely huge, and it's great, you know, absolutely fantastic to be able to ride one of those coasters. I mean, yeah, it's not anything massive to think, get out here and ride it, but it is a really unique experience, and it's one of my favourite rides that I've done out of the 2 days so far, mainly because of the scale of it. It's absolutely huge, and as you saw from the footage, when you climb up this first sort of lift hill here, it doesn't hold you at the top. As soon as you get to the top, that's it, it's straight back down, straight into it. The same when you've done the inversions and get back to that other end, before you come down backwards and do it all again, it doesn't hold you at the top, it's straight into it. I really enjoyed that. 9 out of 10 from me on the giant inverted boomerang. Dean, what did you think?
Alright, but I've got boomerang.
Yeah, a bit of headache going on. Is that like gear steak, is it, but for Vacomas? I don't think I've ever heard it referred to as Vacoma rate before, but it wasn't an infusion, was it? It wasn't a suspended looper.
No, it was alright. It was better than I thought. You know, it was going to bash.
At first, it looked like the restraints. As soon as we sat down, I thought, oh, it's a bit of a headbanger, but it wasn't. Right. My head wasn't bashing about. It was just intense. Yeah. If you like a good intense coaster, then you'll definitely like that. The inversions were great. The large loops on that was brilliant, really good. I really enjoyed it, actually.
We're not a fan of things that are going backwards.
Yeah, because you don't know where you're going, do you?
No.
There was some good thrill on that, though. Really intense. Definitely the most intense ride I've done so far here. Superman's still my favourite, and I'd probably put that in at number 2 ahead of the invert, to be honest. Really enjoyed that. I just loved how intense it was. I'm really enjoying Parque Warner so far, though. I wasn't quite expecting the theming detail to be quite as good as it is. I mean, look at all the buildings and everything. It looks great. Talking of theming, Dean sort of warned me that this Rapids has got some good elements on it, so we're going to go to the Rapids.
It's another less good Popeye, I believe.
Because you love Popeye, don't you? Which is at Islands of Adventure at Universal Orlando.
Don't think it's good as that, but it's not far off.
Okay, so we'll head down there, just down to the next to the entrances, we believe. Not been in this area yet, so we're going to have a look. But we're having a good time. We're having a really good time. I enjoyed that. It was good. Some very good coasters here. Definitely got the strongest coasters out of the 2, out of Park Attractions and Parque Warner, which we sort of knew was going to be the case anyway. You know, but here's definitely a 2-day park. I could sit on pretty much all of their rides, apart from the Woodie. And that wasn't because it was rough, it was just because of the layout. It was plain, boring, and I wasn't a big fan. But the other 3 coasters, spot on. And Valhalla knockoff as well. Peace on Montreal.
May the gods of the north be with you. Oh.
Here we go, Acme Rapids. You excited for this one, Dean? Theming's very similar to Popeye, isn't it? Same sort of feel to it.
Yeah, there's loads of effects on ride, so it's like a standard Thorpe Park Rapids boats kind of thing, and then there's just effects all over it.
We like effects, don't we? So quite a long queue line. Little things like that looks good, like in the wall where someone's like blasted through it.
It's been accepted, that has.
We're going in the Acme factory now. Oh, this is quite nice. I like the little track system going on. Quite looking forward to this. A name you can trust. That means something is going to go wrong. I like queue lines that give sort of subtle hints of what's coming. Acme, a name you can trust. That means, I think the theme of this is supposed to be some sort of like factory where things are going wrong. And by going wrong, it means getting soaked. Here we go, but it's come up the lift hill then on the Acme Rapids. Starting off quite gentle. Theming very similar to Popeye actually. Except the trough's not themed, whereas on Popeye you get a nice themed trough, don't you? Here we go. Oh, quite a lot of effects going on. Oh! Bit better than yesterday's. Okay, we've got a bit of leaking pipe work going on. And we're going to get it. Oh, there we go. Bit of leaking pipe work.
Leaky pipe.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a Popeye. It likes chucking water at you. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god.
Whoa, not here.
Dean's going to be coming out here every year now. There you
It won't beat Popeye because of the thing drop.
Yeah. It's not bad though, is it?
Not bad.
Some good effects. Oh. Uh-oh.
There's some good waves.
It's a good rapids.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's got a good.
Look at that.
Wow, we got some really good theming going on.
Oh, it's a bit.
Oh my god! Ah! Loads of water effects on this. Ah! I don't know why we're trying to dodge him. It's 25 degrees. Oh! Like, why are we trying to dodge him?
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, look at this.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow! That was good, wasn't it?
After 2 rides,
Look
that
at
was
that.
very good.
We went straight back round, no queue.
Absolutely. It's not Popeye, it's not totally soaked, but it's enough.
What I loved about that is it wasn't really the effects that were making you soaked, it's the actual rapids itself. I mean, the theming's great. I mean, look, it's done a great job. A really well immersive themed experience. You got all the pipe work everywhere. You got waterfall after waterfall. There must be at least 7 or 8 different actual effects on that. Fantastic. I mean, how would you rate it in terms of rapids rides that you've done?
Second.
Your second favourite rapids?
Over Popeye. Popeye's better because it's got the thing trough.
Well, it's good.
No,
This is Europe's counterpart to Popeye, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That is one of my favourite rapids rides. Bear in mind, I've done a lot of rapids over the years. One of my favourite rapids rides in the world, that is. I really enjoyed that. Acme Rapids, really good. Just look at it from here, you know, it looks really stunning. You got all the effects, all the theming. 10 out of 10 on the rapids there. Very, very good. Lots going on. I just liked how it wasn't, you know, just the effects getting you wet. The effects did get you wet, but it was the actual rapids themselves that was really good on that. Brilliant ride, really good. Even got little water soakers there.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
You know it's good when Dean gives a water ride, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite rapids rides. Second favourite, it's got to be. Absolutely loved it. On the B&Ms, which were great. We did a back row just on Superman, didn't we? That was absolutely fantastic. The airtime on that first drop.
The change of direction's really good in the track.
Fantastic. Really good, really enjoyable coaster. One of the best B&Ms in Europe. We're now going on some random haunted dart ride. And I love the immersive queue line. Look at this, it's really dark.
Isn't that good? Look, they made that black and white.
Look at this.
That's wonderful.
Atmosphere already in here. We don't know what it is, we don't have a clue. Some sort of haunted themed walk through dart ride, I don't know, but it's got good theming. The atmosphere's changed very suddenly from a very fun park to a very dark and sinister park. So, I see what you mean, yeah, they've changed that to black and white to fit in there.
So that 20 minutes to the main one.
Right, let's go have a look. It was a madhouse. madhouse. There we go. I think Dean called it first, that one. There was a madhouse, you know, and then as soon as I heard the motor, I thought, yeah, I think he's probably right. But yeah, it was a madhouse in there. It started off with quite a nice little pre-show out the front, where we had some sort of projections going on, some projection heads similar to what you get in like the dungeons. That was quite nice. Then we stepped in, the bookcase opened up, which was quite nice, but a bit of a design flaw there because everyone was piled into the room that when the bookcase opened, sort of everybody had to move out the way for it to get through. But yeah, it was good. And then you got onto the madhouse itself, and that's where it was a little bit, it had a lot of potential, didn't it?
It started off all right, and it was just words after, you know, story after story after story, and then just ended.
Good bit of music would have been nice, wouldn't it? It was building up quite a bit with the audio at the end, and then bam, that's all we got. But yeah, it was good, I enjoyed it, but it's not one of my favourite madhouse attractions out there. We're going to try and get on the shop towers now, which we can see just up here. It's a new path credit, this is, we've not been round here yet. Is this just a viewing area, I think, is it? I think this is just a bit of a viewing area, yeah, for the lake show. This is where you obviously stand wherever this big stunt show goes on. I don't know if this is going to be on today or not, but with it being an off-peak day, but yeah, I suppose this is where you stand. But yeah, there could have been some more effects and stuff. It's probably the only madhouse I've ever been on that's actually got an animatronic on board, though. You had an animatronic skull head, a big dinner table with some nice flickering chandeliers. It was good. But it wasn't one of my favourites. So Hex is still a good one at Alton Towers. Hopefully that will be back open soon and we'll get to experience that again. Still one of my favourites. Love it. Right, let's go and find these S&S towers. Here we go, we found it. It's in the superhero themed area, so we were going in completely the wrong direction. So we've come back round towards Superman and Batman.
Bit out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit out of the way. You need to look out for Mr. Freeze, which is them swings that I just showed you just. There's 3 different towers here. I reckon there's obviously only one on today with it being quite quiet, but I reckon here there's probably one that launches up, one that launches down, I'd say. A quick guess. Very similar to what we experienced in Knott's Farm. Let's go. Huge. So we've just come off the S&S towers. It was quite good, wasn't it? A bit more airtime than Ice Blast at Blackpool.
They're quite tall.
It's still, I don't think they're the best drop downs. I still like my Intamins, but what I do like even more is Mack roller coasters. And over here, we've got one. We've got a Mack Youngstar coaster, literally just there. A Mack Youngstar is basically Pegasus.
Overrated.
You're not a big fan, are you, Dean, of Pegasus? For a junior coaster, bear in mind you're not the target, age for that, you know. But this, I do like them, really good, fun coasters. Where are we going? Are we going that way or are we going this way to get on?
I reckon down here, man.
It's a huge kids area though, this is. I don't know, I think we could have come around the wrong way.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think the station's going to be around the back. Well, that's it, just there.
Back here, or nothing down there then?
Yeah, it must be. Massive kids area. They got like a little planes ride, a bit like Sesame Street, rocking tug. Could be here still. Very quiet around here. Yeah, it's down this way.
Yeah.
We've come the wrong way. This is the fun of coming to a park first time.
We'll follow this fence.
We'll follow the fence. They've even put a little geeky fence up here with some holes in, look, so you can get some footage. That's nice. One of the more newer coasters here at the park. That's quite nice actually. Let's have a look, what can we see? Through Dean's fence. I really enjoy these, I just think they're really good family coasters. Oh yeah, it looks quite nice. Theme. Quite a bit of theming going on. Right, let's go and find the entrance and have a get on this. We're going on Bip Bip. We're going down the road, look. It's quite nice. Bip, bip. You can tell this is one of the newer rides here with the theming, looks quite modern. It's a huge kids area, there's so many rides. I mean, a kids area in the UK, you know, this size would probably go down really well. And also you get a Mack Youngstar in it as well. go and have a go. It's another credit, one of 6 credits here. Just got one left to go after this, and that's a little Sierra Tivoli, little junior coaster to get. So let's give this a go. Max are always good rides, nice and smooth. But let's see how this compares to part of the attractions yesterday with our Gerstlauer junior coaster.
I've even got another look here. Got the same
Well, he's got a night bag.
Despicable, you know, so I didn't train him very well, did I?
It's like, look, it's literally the identical shirt.
I don't do shorts. You might see me in shorts soon, but no, I don't do shorts.
There you go. He's off. What's the Rapids?
D number 2.
Here we go then on the Mac Young start. I really enjoyed these. When Mac built these a few years ago, he said how they wanted to be the sort of medium-term ride between a junior coaster and your thrill coaster. And that's exactly what it is. It's a bit bigger than a little beastie ride, but it's not the size of say, a B&M coaster. So here we go. Good start to it. We're on the back row. Here we go. Oh, yes. Great stall turn. Into a helix 360. Air time. Upwards helix 360. That's nice. Downward helix. Quite enjoyed that. Not quite as good as Pegasus because all the shrubbery and all the theming around it really makes it, but I enjoyed that. It's a nice ride. Enjoyed it. Dean? Overrated.
Overrated, yeah.
There we go.
You knew I was going to say.
Really enjoyed the Mac Young Star coaster, and we just had another really wet ride on the Acme Rapids. Dean's gone round for another go on that. I want to get a little credit here, a little Sierra coaster, Tom and Jerry. Nothing huge, but still worth getting for the credit, so just thought I'll get this. Dean's not too bothered about really junior coasters, so he's gone for another lap on the Rapids. I'll have a go on this, and we'll go and have another go on Acme again, I think. Really good Rapids, one of my favourites out there. Acme Rapids! Whee! Just had a good ride on a Huss breakdance, and it's probably the most intense one that I've done what's not been on the travelling fair circuit. For in a theme park, that was really good. It was a lot better than 24 Crazy Barrels anyway at Port Ventura. Dean's just been on this water ride while I was on that, and he's got soaked. You reckon that's Valhalla tidal wave soaking?
I want to do the front now.
So I'm going for a go. It's another Intamin, shoot the shoot. We went on one yesterday which looks a lot better than this one in terms of the theming.
Yeah.
This one looks a bit bland, but
a bit simple.
what's going on with your hair? Look at that. Spike it up. But yeah, the breakdance was good. I like a good breakdance. Here we go, get the fire going.
Yeah. Get the oven on. Stove on.
That's it. What do you want? Burnt sausages for tea. It's going to be a soaker then, this, by the looks of it. It's a good job, it's 25 degrees. Here we go, we're on. That's what we're about to descend down.
I've told him he shouldn't have come up. I've really told him he shouldn't have come up.
I don't mind getting wet. At the end of the day, the bag will be fine. It's here in between my legs. Nice and secure. It's worth coming on for the views though, look. Look at that. It'll be fine. It can't be that wet. I think you're having me on. I don't think you can get that wet.
Well, let's find out then.
You could have warned me. You could have told me that it was a soaker.
No se seca.
It's worse than tidal, that is. And Valhalla. This actually might take the crown.
Yo me voy corriendo al punto de encuentro, chavales.
There we go.
Yo no.
Dean,
Evening.
you look a bit wet.
I know. We're worse on the front.
You just had another ride on it, hadn't you?
Have a look at this.
I wasn't too bad. I was overreacting a bit, but I see where Dean's coming from. It is a bit of a soaker. He was sat on the outside seat though, and I was on the inside, so it wasn't too bad. Dean just had another go on it. I just had another go on Coaster Express, and I was on the front row, and that was a lot rougher than earlier on. Like if you thought, yeah, at the front.
Row.
Yeah, the front, right on the front seat. You wouldn't think it'd be much difference. I sat on the opposite side on the front seat, and there was a big difference in that. I reckon because the track's got really hot, that it's made it a lot rougher.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's the seat. I think it's what time of day you do it. It's absolutely roasting here today. Definitely the hottest of the 2 days. And wooden coasters are always known for being a bit rough in the heat. That there on the front, it's gave me a bit of headache. That. Yeah, and I don't often get headaches from a woodie, so it was quite rough. So we'll have a bit of B&M action again. Dean's going to dry off, but then we're going to go and try out a scare attraction. We had one yesterday at Park Attractions. Check out the vlog, like I say, if you've not seen that. It's not just this vlog on this trip. 2 parks, 2 that we've never been before. Hey, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. You hit my line. Hey, they're all in it.
No, I was telling him.
There we go. And of course, I'll have to have another go on the giant inverted boomerang before the end of the day. Only had the one go on that, really enjoyed it.
There was a lot of queue jumping on that water ride as well. They just won't wait, the kids.
I know, they don't like. There's a lot of school trips here today, but it's going to have a bit of B&M action, and we'll see a little bit later when we're going to try out a brand new scare attraction. Love the theming throughout the park though. Like all this, so much detail's gone into it. We're going in a scare maze. It's an additional cost. It's €4.90, and we've got to wear 3D glasses. I don't know what to expect. Dean says he's seen some previews.
Yeah.
I've seen nothing, but we'll see you after we come out. We've just seen loads of people running out of this door just here. So it's some sort of 3D. We've got to put these on. I think there'll be some screens and stuff in there. So we'll see you afterwards. Let's go. So we just come out then of Horror West, Passage del Terra. Wow, what do you think of that?
Well, it's billed, if you like technology and horror, then you're in for a treat. That's
You
how
are.
it's billed, yeah.
Some of the good things in there were like screens and lots of interactive things. We're wearing the glasses. It looked 3D, but it wasn't tacky.
No.
It was done very well.
I spotted Creative Manner's new man when you're between the room and the trommel, the actual.
Yeah, there was some good stuff in there.
The actual man was.
There was a lot of screens, but it wasn't too screen heavy either. There was a lot of theming in there, a lot of scenery. It lasted a good 10 minutes, and some of the scares, I was right at the back, and some of the scares in that were some of the best scares I've ever had.
Good.
Yeah, really good. There was no touching as such, but they came very, very close. Scares from along the floor. One of my favourite scenes in that towards the end, there was like a scarecrow standing there, so simple, all hay bales around, scarecrow, and then bam, you know, jumped straight off.
Hey man!
Did you like it, yeah?
Like
Yeah!
Like
If you go on YouTube, Theme Park Worldwide. Check it out, yeah.
Worldwide on YouTube.
There you go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. I don't know what they said, but they seemed to like it. That was the group we went in with. Horror West, it doesn't look very big from here, but sort of when you go inside, you know, it makes you realise sort of just how big it is. It must go right back round the warehouse, and I can imagine it gets a busy queue in the summer. There's an extension queue line. It was great, some of the effects in there, some of the scares. Didn't really have a theme as such. Well, I suppose it was Western, but there was a lot of other things in there as well. It was really good. I enjoyed that. 9 out of 10. I think Dean's given him the details on where to find it. There you go. So they're probably now watching this back thinking, oh, there's us asking how we could watch this back. That makes sense. Let's go and have some more coasters. Coming towards the end of our day here at Parque Warner in Madrid. Beautiful theming though. We're going to another horse top spin. We like horse top spins, and with one of our favourites no longer in the UK, we've got to make the most of them. There's one at both of these parks. We did one yesterday and we're doing one today. Lex Luthor, let's hope it's better than the drop tower. Again, nice theming, nice audio. There we go. Our friends from the other queue. They certainly care about the experience here, and part of attractions there was some good rides and some good theming, but it didn't really flow very well. With this, there's a lot going on, the thought about the experience. It's very enjoyable. Hey, looks like a smiler. Let's go, danger, high voltage.
Too late.
So we had a really good day at Parque Warner here in Madrid. Really enjoyed the park. It's somewhere, like I say, that I wanted to visit for quite a few years, but there was a lot of other parts throughout Europe that I wanted to come to first and experience. What I've really enjoyed about this park is the overall ambience, the theming, and the fact it's got some really good rides, not just roller coasters, but everything else along with it. There's some good flat rides. I enjoyed the Madhouse earlier, and there's a good variety of attractions here to see. We're just getting our last rides in now. Oh, queue hold going on. Queue hold, there we go. Let's get our last few rides in now. A couple of good B&Ms here. We are coming back tomorrow just for a few re-rides on things as well, which will be great to see. Sort of get a few last rides in before we head back to the UK. It's been a great trip out here though. We've done the 2 parks, it's been really good. And so far this year, all the foreign parks that we've visited on Theme Park Worldwide have all been new parks. That's my commitment to always bringing new and exciting content to you guys. Getting out there, get some new parks, and sometimes the ones that aren't quite as well heard of. Like when we went to Rome last month and did those 2 parks. Just showing us some little gems out there in Europe. Get out there, go and see them, and have a good ride. Let's go back on Superman. a great ride then on Superman, but unfortunately there doesn't seem to be any merchandise to do with the ride. I mean, it says Park Warner on it with Superman, but I quite like it when you've got a bit of the track or something on it just to show that it is actually from the ride. Hopefully there'll be a mug in the main gift shop. It's showtime with the one, the only theme park worldwide vlog star, Dean Johnson, everybody.
Señoras y señores,
Evening.
les invitamos a
So much like most of the parks over in Europe, they like to end with a grand spectacle. Today is the Hollywood Parade here at Park Warner. It's just coming down the Hollywood section of the park now. Here it comes, we've got some vehicles, some dancers and things. What I really like about the European parks is how they always have something at the end of the day, or either a parade or a nighttime fireworks show, or just something to end the day with. I think that's something in the UK, or we could do with a lot more. Here's a couple of minutes worth of footage then from the Hollywood Parade here at Park Warner Madrid. What a fantastic day. From both parks. I mean, there's mugs like these. Oh, there we go. There's mugs like these, but there's no actual mugs, proper mugs with like Park Warner's logo on. That's what I want. Parade was quite nice. I mean, not massive. It was only about 5-6 minutes long. I assume on busier days when there's more shows going on, then they have more actors from the other shows joining with the parade at the end. It's kind of how it works with Port Ventura anyway. Good muggage, but nothing what I quite like. I want ride mugs, I want
very Park-esque, though, isn't it?
It is. It's very any European park, really. Like, all of them like to give you a good impression when you leave. But now, I'm not going to get a mug. If anyone from the park is watching, next time I come back, I would like a mug. Just some nice branded Parque Warner simple
Oh, I
mug.
thought you were just going to say mug then. I thought,
Gotta be a mug.
yeah. What do you want? A mug?
A mug. That's it, parade's over. Nothing, that's probably the biggest shop here, nothing. Oh wow.
Hashtag mug.
I can't even see any like fridge magnets or anything with the logo on.
They obviously
It's all the branded Warner Brothers things, isn't it?
they obviously don't have their coffee in the morning.
See, these are,
Too hot.
you've got these which have got Parque Warner Madrid in, but it's not.
That's a bowl.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, but you've got nothing with actual, you know, Parque Warner's logo on the front. If it was there, then I'd probably have one of those, but I've got to get some in. Very nice fountain though, really nice entrance, and what I said this morning about first impressions, you know, thinking about the entrance looking great, thinking it's going to be quality, you know, that's lived on, it has been quality, and it's somewhere that, you know, I look forward to coming back to. Bless you.
Thank you.
Look at this, hustle and buzzle, and this on a quiet day for them, you know. Fantastic day. Here we go, I'm a happy boy now, just coming to the other gift shop over the road. That's what I'm talking about, look. There we go, we got a choice. Look at this.
That's more of a goblet.
It's quite nice.
That's a Harry Potter goblet, that is.
And this one, which is probably my favourite. Look at that, that's nice, that is. Thermal gauge.
You got
I like it.
open saucer here.
Some good merch. Here we go, there's a few now. Love it. That's all I wanted, that's all I asked for.
Apparently you've got to live it.
Live it. Live the dream. Got some t-shirts as well. Bit of merch paradise. They're quite good. Yeah, I've seen that. It's quite nice. Right, I'll get my merch, head to the exit, and we'll give you our review of Parque Warner here in Madrid. What a fantastic day we've had at Parque Warner Madrid. Like I say, it's a park that I've wanted to do for quite a few years now. There was other stuff I wanted to do first, but I'm so glad I've managed to get here finally in 2016 and see it. Some really good roller coasters that I've really enjoyed here at the park today. And my favourite roller coaster on the park is got to be Superman, hasn't it? The B&M Floorless. Really enjoyed it. But Batman was fantastic as well. Really enjoyed Batman, and Stunt Fall was fantastic as well. Really loved that. The size of that boomerang was fantastic. Other highlights have included the haunted attraction that we went through, the scare maze. That was really good. And probably the weakest thing there for me was the wooden coaster, Coaster Express. Wasn't a big fan of it at all. In terms of water rides, they got a fantastic selection. We had the Soaker of a ride from Intamin, the Shoot the Chutes. We had, of course, the Valhalla, which we both loved, didn't we? You know, that was great. Rio Bravo, brilliant ride. And probably my favourite water ride there, it's got to be the Rapids, hasn't it? Acme Rapids.
Acme. Yeah, I think I've got a spot coming. Acme Rapids.
I think it's Acme, but you know, it's good. It was fantastic. What was your highlight in from the day?
Close one between Superman and Rapids.
You liked them both? Highlights. I think they were both of our highlights, weren't they, really?
So,
that Rapids.
I'd say Rapids, to be honest. I'm a water ride.
You love it, and all the time spent on Popeye.
It's not beat Popeye though, so don't worry. My cover photo on Facebook or on Twitter won't change. So
there you go. So happy days. It's been really good. Really enjoyed it. And it's been fantastic. It's definitely been the strongest out of the two parks. Do you think so? That we've done the strongest of the two parks. We had a fantastic time. It's definitely somewhere I'm looking forward to coming back to again in the future. Maybe when they've got some more rides. Maybe if they don't put anything else in. I think in a few years' time I'll come back, see it, and see what they do with the summer here. It's open until midnight in the summer. I can imagine some of them rides are really good fun at night. And also I'd love to see the massive stunt show. We've not covered any of the shows today. There was a few bits going on. Of course we watched the parade, but There was like a cars stunt show going on as well. But again, it's something to come back for next time, and I'm looking forward to it. That is it then from this vlog from Parque Warner Madrid, and of course our vlog from Parque the Attractions yesterday. Check it out, it's been a 2-part vlog, Parque the Attractions and Parque Warner, 2 theme parks in Madrid that are both pretty easy to get to. We're on the train, going back to Pinto. Once we get to Pinto, we'll get on the train all the way back down to Madrid city centre. It's been easy transport wise, hasn't it?
Yeah, not been too bad.
Yeah, the other one was just a metro, this one was a train. And a bus, so nice and easy, really good trip. It's always been a pleasure as always to have you in the vlogs, Dean. And from this trip to Madrid, that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later, guys. Thank you for watching.